Alrighty, everyone, welcome back to the Arizona Cardinals franchise. This is the finale of this franchise. It is the Super Bowl. Arizona Cardinals versus Jacksonville Jaguars. Go check out the last video. If you don't want to watch the 2.5 hour yap sesh of the stats and everything, skip ahead forward. We have a commentary like an hour and a half in, um, talking about the Jags and Bills game to see us get to this point. Um, but this is it. This is the final game being played in this franchise. We will have a 10-year sim after this, but in terms of Voodoo and I playing any more games, we are not. We are done in that portion. Also, going to be done with controlling anything. We're going to be letting the sim take effect for the rest of it. But we went through all the yearly awards and stuff in that video. I guess we can quickly just go over the ones that we won, specifically Offense Rookie of the Year for Marcus Robinson. He had a great year. And if I'm not mistaken, yes, O-line Ryan Kelly, best lineman of the year. And that was everybody for us. So not a ton of awards, but that's okay. We do have some upgrades here. So let's take a look. It's Marcus Robinson, who, with his Offensive Rookie of the Year, gets some XP. He's already an X Factor, so it doesn't really change much in that regard. So he gets a little boost there. Nice to see. I guess let's take a quick look and see anyone else get any dev upgrades for the season they had. It doesn't look like it. Believe everyone. I mean, Ryan Kelly actually went up to superstar. Who am I kidding? I forgot that. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I guess we'll throw these in. Um, Probably just gonna do these two. Simple. Um, yeah. Okay. Look at him go. I mean, what a signing that was. Um, I want to say Paris Johnson didn't have it either. No, I'm wrong. He did have superstar. But maybe no, I don't feel like he did. Because I'm seeing things that he's not used to having. Very interesting. Um okay. Well, cool. I don't know. Um Everyone else is pretty much the same on offense. Defensively though, let's see. Um Josh Sweat goes up to superstar. That's cool to see. Um he had a pretty good year, so that's pretty nice. I'm fine with whatever they give him there. Um, Another interesting one is Jalen Thompson having superstar. That is very interesting. He had a good year, but very interesting. Um, we'll keep those abilities the same. And then an interesting notable one is that Jalen Ramsey actually went down to star already, which is I feel odd that that's the case, but it is what it is. Um, but overall, pretty good uh, outing for that portion. We do have to do this one more time. We are going to simply just put in field general here to make sure Kyler makes the big throws. I mean, this is the biggest game. We need to make the right reads and the best throws. Um, Thinking we go with these here. Um, and then our normal wear and tear stuff. So in terms of injuries, let's see if we pick any up. I'm hoping nothing too major for the Super Bowl here. And we are clean slate, so we will have a completely healthy squad. The Jags are a little bit hurting, but, you know, it looks like Brian Thomas is back. He was missing last week against the Bills. So that will be an interesting matchup to see. Him versus probably Jalen Ramsey would be my guess. But I don't think there's much else to talk about here. We are going to just hop right into this one. Oh, 1 second. I have to put the Jags user, my alt account, on autopilot for a week. That's fine, because I'm not actually playing against the real user, obviously. But here we go. Arizona Cardinals, back-to-back Super Bowl appearances. Can we win another one? This time against the Jacksonville Jaguars, looking to get their first Super Bowl win in their first appearance. We will see. But here we are. Cardinals running out on the field. Kyler Murray taking it in. Jags with the state advantage. Obviously, we're in Miami here, so Jacksonville not super far for them. Have to imagine a lot of Jags fans here today. But obviously, got to have a lot of Cardinals fans flying out from Arizona and other places in the world, wherever the Cardinals fans may be, here in Miami. But let's take a look at the Jags offense and defense. So Trevor Lawrence is their quarterback. He's pretty solid. They have Travis Etienne, who was very efficient last week against the Bills. So we will have to definitely look to stop him. Him and Baishal Tutin could be a problem. Carlos Compt, I guess actually Brian Thomas isn't back. Maybe he's on IR then. But Carlos Compton, he was insane last week against the Bills. We got to really focus on him. Him and Trey Tucker, the speed's going to be a problem there. Then they have Kayshon Boutte. And they do have Travis Hunter, who plays slot receiver for them. So he'll probably be involved a little bit as well. Calvin Wilson, rookie tight end. And then their O-line is rough. This is where we're going to have a chance to take advantage. Walker Little playing up to 78. Wyatt Milam, Aaron Brewer, Sean Ryan, and Nigel Tucker, the first-round rookie. It's not a great line. It really isn't. So we have a chance to really take over this game, but we'll see. Travon Walker and Josh Hines-Allen, a pretty good edge duo. On the interior, they are missing Levi Onwuzurike, so they have Harrison Phillips, Mike McNeil, and Trey Anderson, the rookie, to start. Cam Marsh at Sam, Foysad Olakun at the Mike, and then Devin Lloyd at the Will, who was hurt last week, so having him back's huge. Then at corner, the interception leader, Travis Hunter, very good. Tyson Campbell had a good game against the Bills last week, had an interception, but he's still not quite as good of a player as you'd hope, but still solid enough. And then Kazim Barber is their 3, with Michael Carter out today. At free safety, Caleb Ransaw, strong safety, Kevin Winston Jr., and Sidney Brown, who had a really good week as well, defensive player of the week for the Jaguars last week. Cam Little and Logan Cook are their kicker and punters still. And we will hop into this one. Super Bowl. What Super Bowl is this? 62? Maybe? Is off. And Baishal Tutin on the return. And he's going to get hit hard down at the 27. And here comes Trevor Lawrence. On the season, nothing super spectacular. 300 yards, 62 completion percentage, 25 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. Did enough to get this team to a playoff berth and through the playoffs here into the Super Bowl. Etienne in the backfield, 2 tight end sets. It's going to be a big hit, Cody Simon. He's been so good at that, and that's just initially what we want to do, is set the tone with our great run defense. Do not let Etienne get started. And they went to this formation quite a bit too, this near formation. Here's going to be Etienne for only a yard this time. Sets him up in a 3rd and long from the 11. Sorry, from the 26. 3rd and 11. Let's see, Lawrence alone in the backfield, spreading offense out. Looking pass. He's going to find a man open. It's almost intercepted. Kyle Hamilton, what a play there. Almost took that to the house. But Etienne was able to put a hand in there, and ball fell incomplete. But not a great drive to start for the Jags, as the Cardinals' offense is one of the best in the league. So we'll see if the Jags' defense can find something here. Kyler on the season, 2,800 yards, 61 completion percentage, 33 touchdowns, and 7 picks. Also not super incredible, but that's because the run game has been the key factor here. And that is what the Jags have to try to stop today. They're going to start off handoff to Benson, and he's going to find about 2 yards. So nothing too much there. 2nd and 8. And another handoff. Benson, only another 2 yards. So thus far, Jags defense doing their part here on the run game. The 3rd and 6. Looking pass, going quick. Marvin Harrison on the drag route. He's going to get the first down and more. Nice juke, and keeps fighting down to the 46. Good play, Marvin. First down from the 46. Marcus Robinson in the backfield. And it's going to be a handoff to him. Robinson finding a crease. Marcus Robinson taking his speed, juking, fighting through contact to the 16-yard line. 30-yard run. What a play from the rookie. And he has just brought that explosivity. Is that a word? Explosiveness is a word. Explosivity might not be a word, but it is now. He brings that all the time. Here's another one. Robinson just fighting through contact. Gets 5 yards. 2nd and 5. From the 11. Looking pass, going quick. Mike Wilson gets it. Breaks a tackle. Keeps fighting for the first down to the 4-yard line. We'll try this motion RPO flat play here. Motioning Harrison. Looking to the flat, but it's going to be a run. Trey Benson gets the handoff for 2. See if we can try to pound this one in, maybe. Benson in the backfield again. And it's going to be a handoff to him. And he's fighting down to the 1. Jags looking for a goal line stand here. 3rd and goal from the 1. Very interesting. They're leaving a lot of room here. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Reggie Gilliam, the fullback, with the touchdown to take the 7-0 lead here. Great drive from the Cardinals. And Jaguars offense needs to answer, because this could end up being ugly if their defense continues to let drives like that happen. And here's Tootin with the return. Takes a big hit from Kyle Hamilton. They'll start the 26. Well, let's see here where they decide to go here on first down from the 26. Etienne in the backfield, motioning the rookie tight end, Calvin Wilson. It's going to be a handoff to Etienne, and he's going to get absolutely nothing. Mac Wilson, Will Johnson, no, that's Buda Baker, sorry, on the play. 2nd and 12. And they're going pass, going screen out to Etienne. And it's going to be a gain of 4. Makes this a little bit of an easier 3rd and 8. But so far, the negative plays have absolutely hurt the Jags today. Here's pressure and sacked almost. Dylan Easley forces an incompletion, brings Lawrence to the ground. And another punt. Jaguars really going to need to find some success here shortly. Here's Calvin Allen with the return. Calvin Allen, look at the speed, finally getting a nice punt return to the 45-yard line. It's been rare to see a good punt return from Calvin Allen, but gets one there. First down from the 45. Kyler looking pass, finding Mike Wilson open, out of bounds at the 29. Just really no one there to cover him. First down from the 29. Got two running backs in. And this one's going to be a run. Kyler Murray keeping it himself. He's getting out of bounds to the 9-yard line. A 20-yard dash there. Jaguars were susceptible to Josh Allen's runs, but a big one from Kyler there. Looking pass now. Going out to Marvin Harrison, who's open in the end zone. Touchdown. Marvin Harrison. And we're up 14 early here. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Jaguars need to answer because so far they've shown very little resistance defensively. And they've shown very little promise offensively. And this could be a repeat of the Super Bowl last year. And a just complete blowout. And Tootin breaking a tackle, gets to the 26. But Jaguars just need to find some sort of positive play here. And they can't have these negative plays continue to show up because that has been a brutal aspect that they've been dealing with here. Here's another run for a loss of a yard there. Cody Simon on the play. And again, it's the run defense. That's the big thing here. We have a great run defense. They're trying to get the run game going, which I respect, but it just hasn't been yet. They need to find something through the air. Here's pressure and a sack. It's Walter Nolan. Sets up a 3rd and 19 now. And will probably take us to the end of the first quarter. And so far, up 14-0. And yeah, the Jaguars just, they look like they were not prepared for this so far. We'll see if they can turn things around here on a 3rd and 19. It's not going to be easy by any means. But it's 3rd and 9. 3rd and 19, I should say, from the 18. Lawrence looking for something. Pressured quickly. Throws it. Almost intercepted. Mac Wilson, great play on the ball. And Nolan gets in there. And that's going to be the thing, man, is this offensive line just isn't equipped to defend our great pass rush. Even just a 4-man rush is going to be difficult to stop. Here's another punt. Allen on the return. And he gets it to the 42. Marvin Harrison so far, 2 catches, 25 yards, and a touchdown. He has been good when we need him to be. And Trey Benson in the backfield here. And here is another handoff to him. Benson fighting for 6 yards there. 2nd and 4. Jags have a total of -6 yards on the day. That's pretty rough. Here's going to be a read option here. Kyler finding absolutely nothing, a loss of 4, and that's a huge play from Tyson Campbell. Sets up on a 3rd and 8 now. That is definitely the type of play they needed to force a negative play on our ends. And 3rd and 8 here. Motioning Trey Benson out wide. They need a stop here. And getting pressure. I mean, I'm not seeing many people open. Mike Wilson almost brings it in. Yeah, that was really good coverage. It was going to be a tight play either way. But great play. I mean, 73 yards feels ridiculous. So we're going to punt it. Maybe later in the game, if we get stopped into this spot, maybe we'll take a 73-yard attempt. But I don't know. It feels ridiculous a little. And this punt from Stonehouse takes a really nice bounce down at the 5. Just managed to tread the sideline there for a pretty good punt. And now we'll see here on first down and 10 from the 5 if the Jags can give them some life here offensively after a stop on defense. Here's a run read option, and Trevor Lawrence makes a bad decision, loses 3 easily on the play. So 2nd and 13 from the 2 now. Going in that near formation here with the fullback in the backfield. Looking pass, though. Pressured. Thrown it. One-on-one. Almost intercepted. Will Johnson versus Trey Tucker there. Making a great play on the ball. So 3rd and 13 here. Really can't afford a safety. Let's see. They're just going to run it with Etienne. He gets stopped for a loss of a yard. So they're just playing for not a safety there, and they're going to have to punt it. There's cameramen inside of the stadium at the bottom there. I don't know if you see that. Here's pressure. Ball's out. Blocked punt. Mack Wilson recovers it. And a touchdown. And that's even worse than a safety. And Mack Wilson dancing after having that play. We haven't seen many block punts. And he just was able to push the fullback back into Logan Cook's lap to force the block, and he recovered it. Mack Wilson, who has been a veteran leader on this defense, makes an incredible play to score. And very quickly, this is becoming ugly. 21-0. Jaguars need to start getting some sort of offense here. Their O-line has been just brutalized thus far. It's been bad. It's been really bad. But here is the return for Tootin, who managed to duck a clothesline and gets to the 25. Let's see, Jags coming back out, 2 tight end set here. They have an opportunity still. They just need to get some drive going here. It's going to be play action to start. Finding a man open. There you go, Compton. The big receiver from last week, not in size but in ability, makes an incredible play, and that's definitely what they need there. Get the ball to Compton. He has been incredible for the Jags, and he's the big reason why they're in this game. Pressured, sacked, it's Jordan Birch. We brought a blitz, and they did not pick it up well. Second and 16. They love this near formation quite a bit. It's very intriguing. Motioning Trey Tucker, looking pass, finding a man open. It's the tight end, Wilson, who had to adjust for it, but he makes the catch. And a first down catch is what that is. And that's, pretty great play there. 2 tight ends in here. Etienne with the handoff. And he's actually going to find a space. Etienne down to the 16, first down. And Jaguars are driving. They are finding success now. Jaguars finally finding life here. Under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Jags handoff. Cole Ross with a great tackle. The rookie. Loss of a yard on Etienne. But 2nd and 11. Under 3.5 to go in the half here. Richards in the backfield. Looking pass. Looking for someone to get open. Just throws it away as pressure was coming in. And no one was really open there. And 3rd and 11 from the 17 now. They got to find something here. He's going to look, throwing it up one-on-one. And it's going to be intercepted, Will Johnson, and that's a mistake, as they're not going to get any points. Try to go to Cam Camper, the 6'3" receiver. But Will Johnson all over it, makes the play. No score even after a great drive from the Jags there, and that's a brutal motivation and morale loss there. Here's Marcus Robinson turning this one upfield, getting a first down, but there's a flag. So legal block in the back from Will Carr pushes us back to our 19 instead of our 30-yard line. And, you know, penalties play a huge factor here in this game. They could really get the Jags a chance. Let's see, though. Under 3 minutes to go from the 11. Handoff. Robinson with blocks ahead of him. Marcus Robinson says, we don't care about the extra yards added on. We'll take it all the way to the house. 89 yards. And the Jaguars are lost. And they're going to need a Tom Brady-esque comeback here. Down 28-0. And just brutal. Just it seems like every little domino falling just continues to make this game worse for the Jaguars. A return from Tootin. And he's going to break a couple tackles, but I think it's the 27. Let's see if they can manage to get something going. Anything to make this game interesting. From the 27, Lawrence looking screen here. ETN all over it is Cody Simon, loss of 6. And this defense is just flying all over the field. Flying to the football. Not a lot available. They have a chance to run a play here before the end of before the 2-minute warning, I should say. Motioning Trey Tucker, getting a play here. He's going to find a man. Caught, it's Compton again. And that is their big target to go to. I think they just need to throw it his way a lot. Get him open, scheme him open, get him the football, because he has been electric this game for the few plays he's had. And he's been incredible the entire playoffs. They need to go to him. And there's a quick throw, but it's going to come back because there's a penalty on the offense. Holding there on Walker Little. We will accept that. Pushes them back to the 31. But they still have time here. Minute 50, 3 timeouts to try to start a comeback. Motioning ETN. Lawrence looking, finding ETN. He's a great receiving back out of the backfield. Gets a 16-yarder. And they're going to go hurry up here. 2nd and 4. Minute and a half to go. Trying to find something. Pressured, sacked. It's Birch again. And they are going hurry up here. 3rd down and 9. Going in near formation with Compton in the backfield. It's wild. Pressure hit as he throws, but he completes to a wide open Wilson. Out of bounds, the 43. And that is huge. Keeps this drive alive. From the 43, Tootin in the game here. Pressured, quick throw, gets it to, who is 85? That's Kayshon Boutte. The first down. They're going to take a timeout. Say it's a good time to take their first. But they're moving. You know, they're getting some success here offensively. Absolutely. And here's going to be a penalty on the Cardinals. Someone must have lined up offsides there. And that is the case. Jordan Birch a little bit too, excited there to get a play. Gives them an extra 5 yards free. 1st and 5, Jaguars. Going into this near formation again. Going past again, though. Pressured immediately again, Josh Sweat. And it's just the miscommunication there from Nigel Tucker, the right tackle. and ETN. They both just let the free Jordan Sweat rush through. That's brutal. It's going to be a big play. No, he can't bring it in. Got hit hard twice, but falls incomplete. 3rd and 11. Obviously, a field goal here would really not do a ton, so they really want to score a touchdown, try to get a first down. Here's a screen. ETN with blocks ahead of him, and big hit from Will Johnson. And we'll take a timeout just because we have Aubrey. We have the ability to make something happen, but they are actually going to go for it here, and I think it's the right call. You know, it doesn't make much sense to not go for it. 30 seconds, 4th and 5, especially when we take a timeout there. Pressure, Lawrence finding a man open, incomplete. Buda Baker forcing the incompletion. Another scoreless drive for the Jaguars. And you'd have to imagine they're really missing Brian Thomas as that big-bodied receiver to try to make those contested grabs. And we're going quick. Mike Wilson with a catch. We'll take a timeout. To the 38 here. Trying to get to about midfield to make this a field goal. An easier field goal range for Aubrey. And it's going to be a run for Kyler. Keeping himself. Takes a slide. Takes a timeout. And, yeah, we have some time here, but I'm probably just going to look to go quick out of bounds. I lied, and I'm making a mistake there as I decided to run with Kyler, and we're not going to get back in time. We make a mistake, and that gives the Jags a little bit of hope. You know, down 4 scores, obviously, how much hope can you have? But their defense has had a couple stops. They just need to get a stop here, and they can start turning things around. You know, it's still a 4-score game. The field goal didn't happen, so it wasn't a huge issue. But, of course, as I say that, Calvin Austin starts off the half with a big return to the 47. And here comes the offense again. Marcus Robinson in the backfield. Handoff to him. He gets nowhere. Second down here. Kyler with Benson in the backfield. Motioning Mike Wilson. And we're going to play action here. It's going to be a great play. Josh Hines Allen with their first sack on the game. Followed the play action and made a great play on Kyler. And that's huge. Sets us up on a 3rd and 17. I mean, field goal range isn't too far from here, but, you know, if they can get another stop, that's huge for them. Here's Kyler going to take off. We just threw it into McBride just to get rid of it. And we're going to have to punt, right? Because 77 yards is a little crazy. So Jaguars finding defensive life here in this game. Let's see if their offense can do the same. They've had a couple drives that looked very promising that just ended up with no points because of the turnover. And they had the 4th and 5 where they went for it and they couldn't convert. But 2 drives where they were able to get into the red zone, just not able to finish the drive. But let's see if maybe Liam Cohen had some change of game plan here to help them push that into the end zone. Motioning Trey Tucker to the left side. It's going to be a quick, oh my God, Jordan Birch leveling ETN. And looked like an RPO, but ETN was not able to really make anything happen on that one. 2nd and 14 from the 10. Play action here. He's looking, finding a man open. It's going to be Calcaterra, the tight end. Finally tackled by Ramsey. Hamilton got beat. And it's a huge play for the second tight end. First down from the 41. They're in field goal range, but obviously they need touchdowns. Here's a handoff. ETN Only gets a yard easily all over it. 2nd and 9. Jags have had these drives where they've been able to get into field goal range, and it's just they need to finish. Let's see if they can finally do it here. Here's a quick one. Compton takes a huge shot from Kyle Hamilton, but first down nonetheless. 5.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. Lawrence looking pass again, looking deep. It's going to be caught. Kayshon Boutte down to the 1. And we are starting to see some confidence is instilled in this Jaguars team. From the 1. It's going to be handoff, but Etienne stopped very easily. Loss of 2. Etienne's stat on the day is pretty brutal. 10 for 3 yards. Just a brutal stat line. They're going pass here quick. Out to the tight end, Wilson, for the first touchdown for the Jaguars, and they have life. Cam Little with the extra point here. Makes this a 3-score game with plenty of time still. Jaguars, all the momentum on their side now. Have a chance to maybe make a comeback happen. They just need their defense to continue getting stops. Let's see if they can do it. Calvin Allen back to return. Calvin Allen with some space. Gets stopped pretty quickly, though, at the 27. And here comes the offense. So we'll see here. Benson in the backfield. See what we get here. Gonna go quick. Ramos on the post. Beats Hunter quickly there. Love to see it. That's why we love that play. We love that play so much because it really works with Ramos extremely well. From the 40, handoff. Benson stiff arming, tripping down to the 47, gain of 6. 2nd and 4. Motioning Morris. And looking, we're finding Marvin Harrison open, but he drops it. Tyson Campbell with the coverage. Sets up a 3rd and 4. Jaguars really need to stop here. We're like maybe in field goal range. We're going to find McBride open over the top. McBride with a big play down to the 30. Haven't seen a lot of him, honestly, as of late. But he makes a great play there. First down. Kyler looking again. Finds Marvin Harrison open with a ton of time. Makes a play over the middle down to the 14. And now our offense is just finding a lot of passing options here. Working. First down, looking for it. Again, it's Harrison, but it's intercepted, actually. Ransaw brings it in. Kyler overthrew it to Harrison. Hunter actually had a pretty good coverage as well. But incredible play from Ransaw, and they needed that turnover desperately. And here's a play, quick out to Etienne, but he's spinning and he gets safetied. Cody Simon with a great tackle. He tried to spin out of it. And Etienne's feeling a little hurt here physically and mentally and emotionally probably. But, man, it just seemed like we were about to see something from the Jaguars, but its safety is brutal. Logan Cook with the kickoff here. Calvin Austin with the return. Calvin Austin going to take it all the way off of the safety punt. And now it feels like the Jaguars are right back to just where they were at the start here. And down 30. It's brutal. I mean, how quickly this lead turned back to being a little bit ugly. Looks maybe doable, but now it looks very difficult. And Tootin gets to the 29. And just feels like the Jags have not had luck on their side today, but also have been clearly outplayed by the better team thus far. Etienne motioning, looking pass, and he's going to go quick to Etienne, and he takes a big hit, gets to the 41, his 6th catch on the day. First down. Still a lot of time in this game, but they got to be on point pretty much for the rest of the game here. Here's a handoff. It's going to be quick. Etienne finding space. His best run of the game. Out of bounds to the 42. We weren't expecting it, and it worked out extremely well. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Looking for a man open. It's Etienne out of the backfield for another catch, and he only gets 2 yards. Sets up a 2nd and 8. They don't have to run a play here, but I would suggest they do. They need all the time that they can get here. And they will actually wait to go into the fourth quarter. Down 30. Jaguars really fighting for just something here. For something. Some miracle to win their first Super Bowl against the reigning Super Bowl champs. Down 30 with 9 minutes to go. Can the Jags make a miracle happen here and start a comeback in the fourth quarter? Lawrence in the backfield. Quick throw. Wilson gets 5. Third and 3. It's a big spot here. Needs to be Lawrence pressured. Lawrence had to throw it away. Incomplete. Walter Nolan was there. No one was open. And obviously going to have to go for it here on 4th and 3. We'll see here from the 35. Lawrence motioning Trey Tucker to the right side of the field, looking for a pass. It's going to be Tucker, and he's short. Will Johnson with the tackle, a yard shy of the first down. And another turnover, and that could do it, honestly. Here's Robinson with a run, with a incredible spin there to the 46. He's been wild today. And it just felt like the Jags were so close so many times, but they weren't able to get it through here, get the job done. And Benson on a 1-yard run there. You have to feel for the Jaguars here. I mean, they had a really good run this year, but I don't feel like they had the team capable of standing up against the Cardinals here. Here's McBride fighting through contact. Jaguars defense looks exhausted and just ready to go home. So we're just running this clock out now. Here's a handoff. Benson, he fumbles it. Never mind. There's still chance. Devin Lloyd returning the fumble. Kyler Murray can't bring him down, but Paris Johnson does, and they're going to start at the 3 with just over 6 minutes to go. Oh my goodness. Benson with a rare mistake. He had 1 fumble this entire year. He fumbles here. And Devin Lloyd and company set up for a first down run. No gain. The Jaguars find themselves suddenly in play for a chance here. They gotta score, and they gotta do it quickly. Richards in the backfield, motioning. Tucker there. And it's going to be sacked. It's Nolan. The pressure, again, has been immense. And another great play there from Walter Nolan. 3rd and goal from the 11. Tootin in the backfield. Needing a play here. Going up. Calvin Wilson can't bring it in. Hamilton on the play. It's going to be 4th and 11. They need a play here. Five minutes to go. Two in the backfield. Going to this near formation again. They love this formation. Lawrence looking, finding a man open. It's Compton. Double covered and still gets open. Incredible play. And the Jaguars have life in this game late into the fourth quarter. Now down 23. It's, still not great. 3-score game. But it feels more doable. It's going to take a lot of luck, a lot of miracles here. Here's a start. Logan Cook with the onside kick. Recovered by Mike Wilson. And that's obviously not ideal. Pretty much starting us in field goal range, but Jaguars need to get something here. Need to force us back out of field goal range. We're getting another turnover. Benson gets 2 yards. 2nd and 8. From the 43. Handoff, Reggie Gilliam, the fullback's going to get a first down, and that might call game regardless of what the Jags do. Bring in Robinson. 3.5 minutes to go. The handoff, and Benson tackled for a loss of 2. Devin Lloyd has definitely made his presence felt. They really missed him last week. But again, still missing a ton of plays here to make happen here. And gain of 2 for Robinson. Sets up a 3rd and 10. Possibly last play before the 2-minute warning. Looking pass, quick Marvin Harrison on the curl. And he's short. 4th and 2. This will take us to the 2-minute warning. And, this game's pretty much wrapped up here. The Jags made it, interesting for a couple of plays. There's a couple drives where it really felt like they had something. We are just going to go for it just to try to, run the clock out in this one. Going out to McBride, and it's actually knocked down Devin Lloyd again. Making a great play, and Jags, as crazy as it is to say, have a chance. Down 23 with not a lot of time left. They need to make crazy plays happen here. But they could. They take a timeout. That's a choice, I guess, but kind of at the point where you need to get onside kicks anyways, so you might as well, I guess. Tootin in the backfield. Motioning it out wide. Just make a quick throw. Oh my God, Mac Wilson. Pay attention. Compton. Oh, sorry, that was Tucker, actually, who got open there versus Ramsey. Going hurry up from the 50. Lawrence. Trying to find somebody open here. Finds a man. It's Travis Hunter who takes a big hit but catches it to the 35. Minute and a half to go. From the 35, Lawrence trying to find something deep. Pressured, hits as he throws it incomplete. Just really great coverage there. And great pass rush as well. That's obviously the case. That always happens. Maybe a quick throw out to Wilson. Not out of bounds. 4 yards. They're going to have to go hurry up here. 3rd and 6. Pressured, has to just dump it out to Richards. And he does not get out of bounds for a gain. So that's going to continue the clock. They have to go for it here. Under a minute to go. 4th and 8. Lawrence pressured, throws it, intercepted. It's Jalen Ramsey again. Another playoff interception is going to officially end this one. And we are going to go into the last time ever victory formation. As we're bringing out Benson into this one just to see him one last time. Him and Marcus Robinson, same backfield. This offense. One more knee, and we will be 2-time back-to-back Super Bowl champions. And the Cardinals have done it. The Cardinals, back-to-back Super Bowl champions. 37-14 victory over the Jaguars. Incredible game. Incredible season. Incredible team. Incredible coaching. The Gatorade pouring down from Benson and the rest of the team. Jaguars obviously not happy with the outcome, but a great season from them as well. Kyler talking to the press, saying how happy and proud he is of this team. And Charles Woodson, for some reason, here with the Super Bowl trophy, the Lombardi trophy, carrying it out to the team. We see all the guys up there. Roger Goodell here with the trophy, handing it off to Tommy Salami for his second of his career. The audio without the crowd is very odd. It's very ominous. But yeah, I mean, what a series, man. I really very, very happy with this series. This was very fun, very enjoyable. I already went into this a couple times now, but the spiel. But great season, great team. Had a couple frustrating losses in there, a couple that were we clearly had some struggles with some good teams, but we were able to handle ourselves in the playoffs here. Obviously, the Giants were a tough matchup, but we were able to come away with the win here. Trevor Lawrence had to do a lot, and I can't exactly blame him. The pressure was immense. So 2 picks was brutal. Kyler really didn't have to do a lot. The pick was bad, but other than that, he was okay. We stopped ETN. He did absolutely nothing. Benson actually didn't do well today. He had a fumble, only 17 yards on 10 carries. The Jags defensive line did a great job against him, but Marcus Robinson, on the other hand, had a day. 6 for 139 and a touchdown, 4 broken tackles. Had a nice game. Reggie Gilliam had a touchdown. ETN had their most catches too. Calvin Wilson, Compton had a good game. Harrison was our lead receiver. He was good. Got a couple catches to other guys here and there. But yeah, the offensive line for the Jaguars just couldn't hold up. Cody Simon had a hell of a game. Birch as well. Wilson, Nolan, Sweat, Easley, even. It's the same guys for us, that always make the plays. And then Will Johnson, Jalen Ramsey got picks for us. And did have the punt block from Mac Wilson with the fumble recovery as well. Had a safety with Cody Simon. A little bit of everything in this game. But yeah, incredible game. Calvin Austin had a kick return touchdown. I already forgot about that. Yeah, like I said, a little bit of everything in this one. And I'm interested. I don't know who's going to win the MVP. Because offensively, like, Marcus Robinson had 4 carries. He had a ton of yards, right? And had the touchdown. But, like, I don't know. I feel like defensively, right? You'd have to say. I guess I don't really care about these. I'm just going to auto-upgrade. But obviously our contract is extended here. And another incredible victory for the Cardinals. Another Super Bowl win. Back-to-back years for Tommy Salami and this wonderful team. We will advance here to next week just so we can see an overview of the year with the Super Bowl thing. The Super Bowl recap thing, and see who wins the Super Bowl MVP. I liked when they used to have that in the what's it called, in the post Super Bowl stuff. But Mac Wilson with his block and touchdown gets the MVP. I think that's very fair, man. He deserves it. He's had an incredible career here in Arizona. Been just the leader of this defense, even though, Walter Nolan, Dylan Easley, Josh Sweat, Will Johnson, Buda Baker, Jalen Thompson, Kyle Hamilton, like all those guys, flashier at times. But Mac Wilson was like the backbone of this defense that really let this team play extremely well. And very, very excited for the team to get a second win. And I guess we'll look at the weekly awards. I mean, yeah, Robinson was our best offensive player. For them, yeah, I mean, Compton and Lloyd both showed out. They had their games for sure. They just didn't have enough on the rest of the team. But that's gonna be it here, guys. That's gonna be it. This is the last Cardinals playthrough episodes. We will, Voodoo and I, continue doing some simming, some 10-year sims, as I said. And we'll do that sometime in the near future. Promise on that. But we're not going to be playing anymore. And it is kind of sad. It's kind of emotional. You know, I got really attached to this team, these players. It's a fun group, and it's going to be sad to see him go here in the 10-year sim and watch them go and onto other things. Hopefully, able to retain a lot of these guys and build to the future. But you know, extremely happy with how this team played. Um, incredible job for the past 2 years to be Super Bowl winning teams. And yeah, I mean, we built an incredible roster, and honestly, a lot of this is the same. We kept a lot of these guys. I mean, you look at this entire, not counting Kyle Hamilton, entire top line of starters, all Cardinals. Will Johnson, Walter Nolan, Cardinals. We brought in, Dylan Easley. We brought in Jalen Ramsey. We brought in Kyle Hamilton. Defensively, we built that from the ground up. Offensively, kind of similar. Not still in brought in more offensive linemen. That was the big thing. We built up the O line here, but we had Paris Johnson, we had Trey McBride, had Mike Wilson, Kyler, Marvin Harrison, Trey Benson, but we obviously added Ramos, Robinson, the rest of the O line, Morris, even. Just an incredible season, an incredible 2-year span. But that is going to be it, guys. So thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Have a good one. Bye bye.